People call the carnivore diet extreme, but drinking 5 cups of coffee before noon isn't extreme. Working 60 hours a week to afford food that makes us sick also isn't extreme. Living on 4 hours of sleep, scrolling until your brain feels fried, eating balanced meals that leave you hungry again an hour later, none of that is extreme. Somehow, eating what humans have eaten for thousands of years, that's extreme. The truth is, we have changed the definition. Normal just means common now, and extreme means anything that doesn't fit inside the chaos that we have built. We do not question a lifestyle that burns us out. We question the one that makes us feel calm. Maybe that's why the carnivore diet looks radical. Because sanity always looks strange in a world built on noise. The diet isn't extreme, life is. For most of human history, meat wasn't a headline. It was the heartbeat of survival. The reason fires were built, tools were shaped, tribes existed. Then somewhere between factories and food pyramids, it turned into a suspect.
The human race can't keep eating meat.
We stopped hunting animals and started hunting macros. Calories replaced instincts, charts replaced seasons. It wasn't an accident, it was marketing. Processed food needed a villain. Something ancient, something simple, something that couldn't be trademarked. And meat fit it perfectly. So they dressed up sugar as energy, they sold grains as heart healthy, they blamed the steak for the sins of the snack aisle. And we bought it. We learned to fear the same food that built our grandparents, while trusting the same companies that sell us breakfast that never spoils. We call it progress, but it's mostly packaging. The more labels appeared on food, the less we recognized it. The cleaner the slogans got, the sicker everybody felt. Meat didn't change. Our story about it did. Because the moment you live in a world that profits from your confusion, anything simple starts to look dangerous. We live in an age that worships convenience and collapses under it. Every part of modern life has been designed to save time, yet somehow we have less of it than ever. We sit all day, then pay to walk on treadmills. We stay up late to relax, then need coffee to wake up. We fill our kitchens with food, but open delivery apps instead. That's not balance. That's burnout with better lighting. The world says this is normal. A desk, a deadline, a dopamine drip. You work 8 hours to afford takeout you eat in 10 minutes, so you can get back to the work that made you tired enough to need it in the first place. You call it life, but it's just maintenance. We were not built for this. For fluorescent light instead of sunlight, for blue light instead of firelight, for background noise that never ends. And somehow the moment you decide to eat one ingredient, people tell you that's too extreme. No one blinks when you take 5 supplements before breakfast. But they will panic if you skip the broccoli. No one questions the chemical colors in their drink, but they will question you for eating steak. This is the irony of modern life. We fear simplicity because it exposes how complex we have made everything else. The real extreme isn't cutting plants, it's cutting peace out of our days and pretending we can medicate our way back to normal. The first thing that hits you isn't energy, it's silence. When you strip food back to its basics, meat, salt, water, the world around you starts to quiet down. You stop chasing cravings, you stop fighting your body. The hunger that used to interrupt every thought, the crash that hit every afternoon, the endless noise of should I eat this or that, it all disappears. Because when you finally feed your body what it's been asking for all along, it just shuts the hell up. No more negotiating, no more background static, just calm. The carnivore diet doesn't work against your body, it works with it. When you stop flooding it with things it was never built to process, healing isn't forced, it's automatic. The longer you stay here, the more you notice what you have been missing. Mornings that start without hunger, focus that doesn't come from coffee, sleep that actually restores you. You start realizing how unnatural it was to live in constant noise, constant sugar highs, constant stimulation. And when the chaos fades, you finally feel something that doesn't need to be optimized. Balance. It's not a miracle, it's mechanical. You give your body the inputs it was designed for, and it gives you back silence, clarity, and strength. Just like sunlight doesn't force healing, it triggers it. Meat does the same. It reminds your body what normal feels like. The hardest part isn't giving up food, it's giving up the noise. When you finally feel what calm actually feels like, you start to see how addicted everyone else is. Not just to sugar or coffee, but to constant stimulation, to checking, to scrolling, to comparing. We live in a world that mistakes exhaustion for accomplishment and silence for failure. So when your body finally goes quiet, the rest of the world starts to sound insane. Go outside and you will see it. Everyone is running, rushing, hurrying towards something they cannot name. Running late, running errands, running for health, but never standing still long enough to feel healthy. You look around and wonder, where the hell is everybody going? What's the finish line that they are chasing? Because no one ever seems to arrive. That's the part no one talks about. The way modern life keeps you hungry for something, even when you are full. The way we confuse motion with meaning. The way we confuse being busy with being alive. The carnivore diet doesn't just change how you eat, it changes what you notice. And once you see it, the chaos, the pace, the noise, you cannot unsee it anymore. Maybe extreme isn't about what we eat. Maybe it's about how far we have drifted from silence, from patience, from the pace we were built for. We call this the modern world. But there's nothing modern about being constantly anxious, constantly chasing, constantly hungry for something you cannot name. We have built a life that feels urgent but empty, a diet that looks diverse but starves us, a lifestyle that praises balance while rewarding burnout. And somehow eating steak is the thing that shocks people. The carnivore diet isn't extreme, it's just honest. It strips away the filters, the noise, the pretense, and forces you to look at what's actually left. Real food, real focus, real energy. Maybe that's why it scares people. Because when you remove everything that numbs you, you start to see what is real and what isn't. Maybe the truth isn't extreme. Maybe it's just rare. Every time I eat like this, I'm not chasing performance or discipline or some perfect version of health. I'm just trying to live the way life used to make sense. No tracking, no timing, no second guessing, just food that works and body that listens, and a mind that's finally quiet. Because once you stop running from the noise, you realize the only thing that ever felt too much was everything that wasn't real.